Welcome back to Let's Play the new Legend of Zelda Mini 1. I am Nitro6003, and today we're going to get another heart container now that we have the step ladder. And just want to make sure I'm going the right way, which I am not. So, we have to get to this screen here, because there's a burnable bush there. And once we get that, we'll then head over to level 5. And eventually we'll get ourselves the magical sword, probably in the next part. But now that we have the step ladder, you can finally cross this region of things. So you can't cross it without it. And if you burn that bush, you'll find another heart container. So now there's only one more in the overworld, and you can't get that, unfortunately, until the very, very end. There's just no way around it. There's no fast way to get it, and there's no easy way to get it. So, unfortunately, you're stuck. Otherwise, you'd be able to get the magical sword now, but in due time. Alright, so now we're going to head over to this direction here, where the... And I'm going to let my blue potion last as long as possible before I get another one. Before I get a red. Now, in the next level, we will get the wand, which is an interesting choice of items. And it is required to get to level 6. And you will get the magical sword prior to getting to level 6, which is nice. And we also want to save up because there's a lot of things we need to buy as well. So, we need to do that also. And right now I'm just clearing out some of these screens. So now we couldn't do this before. Now we finally can go up this direction. So now... we'll collect those, and then if you didn't have the step ladder somehow, I don't know how you would have gotten here, but they give you another path to stop you on. So, and I'm gonna wingle all these enemies down to 1. Just to make it a little easier for myself for later when I come out of level 5. It may take me 2 parts to do this, but let's see. This is the Scarecrow. Now, oh, I didn't buy an enemy bait. Why'd I go buy an enemy bait? Let me go buy an enemy bait, because it's not far. So, I just want to buy myself an enemy bait because I'm not totally sure if it has one or not, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Then go through half a level and then realize that you could have just gone 3 screens over and gotten one. So I'm just going to go pick one up now. And I'm sorry about this little detour here, but it is imperative to make sure you should always have an enemy bait on you. Unless you know for a fact that it's the last one on the quest, you should always have one on you. I mean, especially if they're providing them. So let's just pick ourselves up the enemy bait so we have one. Now we'll get to that screen later. And there is something up here. So now that we have enemy bait, we'll head back to level 5. And I'll get as much of it done as possible. If not the whole level, then most of it. And if I can't get the whole level done for some reason, then we'll definitely finish it in the next part. But I want to make sure I'm taking my time through these levels so that way if you're following along with me, know exactly which way to go, because it is very complicated. It's not a simple level. That I will tell you. It is not a simple level. But it is relatively straightforward, so we'll see. Alright, so welcome to the Scarecrow. And immediately, you're going to see how this dungeon changes your thought of things, because there are orange wizrobes here. Alright, so I got my sword beams, that's good. And just pick them off one by one. And then the door will open for you. Now this is what you're going to have to come back to later. Wow, look at all those fives. I do want to kill the NLOZ. Oh, clock. Well, that free pass to the rest of this room. Now, you're going to have to come back here later on anyway. So now we're going to continue to go up. And, yep, wizrobes. So you want to kind of just, you know, stay in one spot. And just, you know, get them down. Because you have to kill them, unfortunately, to progress. Alright, so now you have a choice. Lost your shield? Better check your bait and potions. So we're going to first go to the right. I don't like wizrobes. Oh, clock! And a heart. Alright, free pass for this room. Free pass to this room. So we're going to continue to the right. And here's windrobes. It'd be kind of cool to get another stopwatch, or clock rather. Get rid of the more immediate threat in the wizrobes, as they can send me back to the beginning of the level. Alright, so you get the map in here, but you shouldn't be just satisfied about that. Remember that clue from the last dungeon for statue shooting? Because this is where you're going to find your first key. So that's key number 1. Now, key number 2 is on the other side of things. Alright, so now we're going to go backwards through this whole thing again. There's a lot of backtracking, unfortunately, with this dungeon, but... And you have to, unfortunately, listen to this guy again. And we're going to continue on to the left. Alright, so now we have another room of wizrobes. And likes and all kinds of things here. And if you can kill the wizrobes from here, that would be better for you. And thankfully they dropped a heart for me. And yes, you do have to kill them. And by the way, nothing in this room. Alright, so here you have more windrobes. So what I would first do is try to get the likes gone. Oh, clock. Nice. Now, I don't have a way to kill him, so to speak, so I'm just gonna... Now, notice the statues are not shooting at you again. So, that should give you the clue that you should have. And that is where you're gonna find your second key. Alright, so now that we have 2 keys, we can finally go back. Now, It's too bad that there isn't a way for the wind robes to instantly respawn, because I would love for them to take me back. But, it's not a long walk, but it can be annoying. So anyway, so we're going to go all the way back to the right here. And into this room again. And thankfully this should be the last time we have to hear him. And down we go. Finally back into this room. And yes, he respawns. So you cannot kill, so you have to kill them. You don't have to, but, you know, they're not hard. And you can get free money for it, and possibly full health. So, I mean, I would kill them again. Free refills, free clocks. And I'm back to full health, pretty much. So now we're going to go to the left. We're going to open this lock first. It really doesn't matter, per se. But unfortunately, you're in places where you have to kill everything anyway. And we're going to have to, unfortunately, come back here, too. Alright, so can't go to the left. So just be careful of the red bubble. No introduction to bubbles in this quest. You're just expected to know. And we're just gonna take all these guys out too. Oh, he got me! Ah! Totally my fault. Problem is that I have to redo some of these rooms now. But that's my own fault. Can't blame the game for that one. But thankfully this guy responds. And I can get myself full health and lots of money. So I'm actually not... That's not a terrible thing. Alright, so now we're going to go back to the left here. And these guys are all going to respawn, I'm sure, yeah. Because you have really no way of killing them. It's kind of cool that Lamola keeps respawning. Because you can pretty much guarantee yourself... Let me get that blue bubble there. Alright, make sure I got my sword. And they do take a lot of shots, but they're not hard. And I will leave one here. On purpose this time. And we'll come back and kill him later. Alright, so welcome to more Wizrobes. And the most annoying Wizrobes in the entire world are in this part of the dungeon. Because everywhere you go... Alright, and I can't find him. Oh. So, best bet is to actually get out of the room and let the blue, I think blue takes over as precedent. Yeah. So, rather than dealing with all those shots coming at you, at least deal with this guy. And maybe I'll get lucky and get a fairy. Oh, there's a fairy. But not the one I want. So now we're going to go down. And there's a Superman handle here. And yes, you have to kill him. Old clock, thank you. And I think I'm almost at full health again. Don't go to the right just yet. We will get there. First, you want to go down. Before you worry, because you have to get the item of the dungeon first. Alright, so remember, statues aren't shooting at you again. So this is used a lot in this level, and this is where you find the magic wand. And yes, you do need it in order to progress to level 6. So make sure you get it. And we already have the book, and you also need the book to progress as well. So that is the first half or so. So now that we have that, we can finally go backwards a little bit and just ignore these guys and continue on to the right here. Oh, this time the land mole did not respawn. Okay. So now we use our other key finally. And yes, you're gonna see a Goma. So make sure you have plenty of arrows. And yes, the statues are shooting at you. So you're gonna want to be careful here. So best bet is to not worry a lot about the fireballs, just worry about the Goma. And you can't unfortunately block his fire. But if you take your time, it should not be that hard. And there's another one-way door. So you're going to want to go up first to this room here. And by the way, you have the magic wand now, so you can kill these guys in one shot, assuming you catch them. And so you're gonna have to find the right block, but it usually is this one. Oh, drunk bubble. So yeah, you want to be careful of the drunk bubble. Ooh, hello. Stay away from me. Alright, so you're gonna want to go down. And remember, you should know that you don't want to go to the left, as that's a trap room, or you've been there already, I should say. Blue Wizrobes. Are there anything worse in this game? Oh, well, the other Wizrobes are weird, but they're, at least you know they're a pain in the butt. Oh, hello. And I might get hit by that beam. Oh, there we go. Alright, so I'll have to buy a fresh potion for level 6, but that's fine. Oh, there's the clock. I could have used that when I first got into the room, but that's okay. And here you just have more Wizrobes, and unfortunately there's really nothing special. So you're just gonna have to kill them. Oh, clock. Sweet. Free pass. And we have plenty of money, which is good. So now, you'll see we did the bottom half of the dungeon. Now we have to do the top part. And you're gonna appear right here. And by the way, you thought that they were gonna give you an easy pass through this? Darn bubbles. Let me get rid of him first. Always get rid of the likes first. Alright, I'll take the magic, that's for sure. Alright, up we go. Oh, it's another one of these guys. Alright, we'll worry about him in a minute. First, let's get rid of some of this other garbage in this room. And I think he's probably going to take precedence, isn't he? Oh, clock. Sweet. Alright, so I want to show something off. Yeah, you may or may not know that. So we'll go to the left first. And you get your first Wizrobe Elite. Wasn't enough, they had to deal with blue Wizrobes. But thankfully it's the only one. Oh, and by the way, statues aren't shooting at you. And by the way, that was just the magic jar. So this dungeon uses this little trick throughout the entire thing. And this is all for money, which we really kind of don't need, but we'll get it anyway. I think that was 50. Alright, so we've now done the left side. Now we just have to do the right side. We still have to get the boss key. Oh, clock. I'll take it. Because we still don't have the boss key. So now we have to go to the right. And we have to get the boss key. So, oh, by the way, wand. Fantastic weapon against these guys. Well, at least he ate all my magic, but he didn't eat my shield, I don't think. Didn't eat my shield. But it happens to the best of us. Kill the kids, then the mother creature. Well, that gives you away what the boss of this level is. And no tricks. Oh, I don't have enough bombs, but I might be able to sneak by him. Which I can. That's the boss key. I don't have enough bombs to kill him anyway. Well, I'll take it. So you want to have at least I think it's 6 or 8 bombs to kill that Aqua Mantis. But being able to walk through them because that's open is a good thing. All right. So we know that it's going to be a Patra. No tricks. Alright, so now we just have the last leg of things here. And we should be just about done. And by the way, they throw a wind robe in with you. Maybe one of these guys will be kind enough to drop me some magic. Alright, so take out your candle since it uses less magic on average anyway. And here we go. Here's Patra. And that's all the magic I have, unfortunately. But it took... I was able to at least do some. Oh, clock! Yes, I love getting those clocks. Man. Man, oh man. And that, my friends, is level 5. Done. So... in the next part, we will get the magical sword. We'll refill our potions. We'll get some bombs and some super bombs and some stuff like that. Join me next time as I continue in Let's Play the new Legend of Zelda Mini 1. I'm Nitro6003. See you guys later.